How do you transpose your albums to a live setting? Do you?
I haven't actually thought of, well I have actually thought of doing it live, but I haven't actually got around to doing it because my commitments with the band are too great at the moment, and you know, it's not really like a major part of what I want to do. For me, it's just like expressing myself when, you know, when I get time to write music, which is 100% me, and get that music out and letting people hear it, you know, and do something different. So, you know, being on stage doing my solo music isn't really like the main goal behind this. You know, I'm not really trying to create a separate identity for myself and go on tour as Maxim. You know, when it comes to touring, I tour with the Prodigy, and that's where you see me, in that live arena. So you know, that's not really my main goal. My main goal is just writing Prodigy music. But I have actually thought, you know, it might be good to just do like one-off shows of like intimate 200, 300 capacity shows, and try and perform it live.
But then the work is done, so you can do more than one show, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but who knows? I don't know what the future holds. Do you know what I mean? I mean, my main goal at the moment, you know, I finished the album Fallen Angel. When I'm in my studio, I write beats and write ideas. I'm writing some music for my cousin Portia, and I'm back with the band. You know, we're on a new level now. Do you know what I mean? And we're writing together, and you know,
And you can tell from the new music, yeah.
and we're quite excited, and we're on the road, and we're doing shows, and that's the main focus at the moment. And everything else, when I get time, fits in around that. You know.
I've read that your background isn't really from a rave scene or rave, or yeah. So how did it come about that you joined the Prodigy?
Well, you know, like,
or got into this genre?
yeah. I mean, my background, you know, when I was at school, all my friends were like punks, skinheads, you know. So like, I come from that kind of that era, just at the end of the punk scene, you know. And I got into ska, to Specials. I was a rude boy, you know, Specials, Madness, Beat. But a lot of my friends were into Exploited and, you know, things like that. So, you know, so I'm from that kind of background, and then I got into reggae sound systems, and then I realised I could MC, and you know, and that's where that was more my brother thing. You know what I mean? My brother kind of pulled me over to reggae music, and I used to MC on sound systems. So I kind of adopted that, and I kind of adopted the other side of me, and kind of just incorporated everything. And then I got into hip hop, then I got into rare groove, then I got into psychobilly music, then I got into this, then I got into that, and just, you know, took everything on board really. It was a godsend really, getting into the dance scene, because I just wanted to do something vocally, and being inspired by, you know, by the dance scene at the time was quite good. You know, it was a really good scene, and hooking up with the band, and you know, I mean, I met the guys on stage on our first ever gig.
Really?
Yeah, on the first ever Prodigy show. That's how we hooked up, you know, because they needed a vocalist, and I was the vocalist. So that's how we all met on the stage. So
Just totally ad-libbed.
totally ad-libbed, because I was you know, I was an MC, and I was just freestyling, and it's just developed in what it is now. And the good thing about it is that all of us, we have our own individual styles, you know, and we're all quite diverse when it comes to music. You know, we don't limit ourselves to like, oh yeah, I'm into hip hop, I'm into rock. We listen to everything, and we've incorporated this into the Prodigy, you know, and the Prodigy is that, you know, it's just an entity on its own over there, and it doesn't really fit into anything else, you know, it's totally unique, and I love that, because that's what I'm about, you know.
You've lost your snake eyes, man. Where are they?
They've gone. They died years ago.
Oh, really?
That's about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. No, maybe 8 years ago. You know, and
Do you have some new eyes?
no, I don't wear contacts anymore.
Okay.
You know, that was the thing, you know, like for me, I experimented, I wanted to do different things and whatever. And then I wore blue contact lenses, like in Breathe video and whatever. You know, that was kind of like something I wore around that time, and then I saw Marilyn Manson wearing it, and I didn't want people to get the wrong idea that I copied him, because, you know, I'm not a, you know, like what they say, you know, I'm a book writer, not a book reader. Yeah. So I don't follow people. I do things for myself, you know, and I always do things original to myself. So, okay, that's done. Move on to the next thing, you know.
Thank you, Maxim.
It's cool.
Respect.
Respectable!
It's all good.